Yep. We still got 18 minutes until we start. I'm just hopping on because I'm just sitting here chilling, looking at stuff. Figured if anyone wants to hop on and bullshit, I am here to do so. About to do my, I think I'm going to do my Big Ten preview video where I do the win-loss totals for all the teams of the Big Ten. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow night for those of you who are interested in that. Is this a pay-per-view, this UFC? Should look. UFC 277, I think that means it's a pay-per-view if it's got a number like that. Yeah, same, bro. Trust me, when football first ends, I'm like relieved because it's so much work for me. So like when January rolls around, end of and the playoffs start happening, I'm like, thank God, the football's slowing down. But then after like 2 months of no football, I'm like, yo, I need this shit back because you miss it, bro. Saturdays, man, Saturday college football Saturdays are the best thing ever. Yo, see, there's like here, this is the thing, and I'm not the biggest Pac-12 expert, but I know obviously Lincoln Riley back there bringing all those recruits with him. He brought like an army with him. He's got Caleb Williams from Oklahoma, some receivers, but here's what I was looking at, and I'm gonna pull it up to be returning production. I was looking at this yesterday, actually. So check this out. Stanford, number 3 in the country in returning production. 2nd in the country in returning production on offense. 15th on defense. So Stanford's bringing out back their whole team, and I know they were like trash last year. But Stanford's a decent recruiting school. Will they compete with USC? No. But when you have that much experience returning on a college unit, you never know. That could be, I smell upset city. I don't know. I was just, literally yesterday, I was logging everyone's returning production numbers, and I just happened to notice that. Stanford, number 3. And no one else from the Pac-12 is even in the top 20. Actually, top 25. Damn, when's the next Pac-12 team? Pac-10, or whatever the hell it's called now. Arizona State at number 33 is the next one. UFC guy just messaged me. Said, be home in 5 minutes, on in 10 minutes. Cool. So he'll be a couple minutes early. I don't even know. You would think that South Carolina had a decent quarterback and they'd be all right. But the thing is, I don't think Spencer Rattler's a decent quarterback. I mean, he was put into Lincoln Riley's system, probably the best spot to insert a quarterback in college football, not just because Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma, but also because the defenses in the Big 12 are trash. And, I mean, he looked really, really bad at some points, like, really bad. Caleb Williams came in and completely transformed the team. So, I don't know. I'm not saying Spencer Rattler can't play. I'm just saying, like, I've seen the bad side of this kid. Man, I don't, like, now you're going to throw him. The Big 12 defenses were giving him problems. So now you're going to throw him into the SEC. Now, the SEC East is a little easier than the West, especially this year, because Florida probably is going to have a little bit of a down year. But still, this is the SEC. I'm not seeing it. I'm not big on South Carolina. Oh, yeah. Will they be better? Yeah, I'm sure they take a step forward. In fact, at the end of the year, I'm doing this strictly off of memory here. I wasn't even expecting talk about this. But at the end of the year, I think I grabbed a couple nice. Let's bring up South Carolina's schedule. You know what? Let's do a. Might as well just do a screen share so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Let's bring up South Carolina's schedule here. I'm trying to remember which. I had a nice cover with South Carolina at the end. I think it was this one against Auburn. I'm pretty sure I had South Carolina +9 here. This is a dope cover. Oh, no, it might have been... No. I had Missouri in this game, and I had Missouri -1 right here. And then I had South Carolina +9 here. So that's what I'm thinking of. I cashed with South Carolina twice in a row at the end of the year. And then I'm pretty sure I bet them against Clemson on this game and got fucking routed. Yeah, I like Van Dyke. And I know everyone, I feel like with the ACC, everyone's talking about the same two teams. Like, everyone you talk to is talking about Clemson and NC State. And I feel like Miami's kind of slipping through the cracks there because that kid was slinging the ball. He doesn't want to be called that anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Thinking of a completely different sport, let alone the same person. All right, we got 12 minutes until we start doing UFC picks. If anyone has any questions or just thoughts, shoot them out there. Yeah, Toast does like Miami. I'm pretty sure Sean Redden likes Miami, and AJ Prop Beaver also likes Miami. You're all Miami fans. But yeah, I agree that I can get on board with Miami being slept on a little bit. I don't know how you're going to make an argument that DJU takes this big step forward for Clemson, but then Tyler Van Dyke doesn't, because for most of the season, I think Miami and Clemson... actually, Miami was a little rockier than Clemson, but Clemson struggled for 2/3 to 3/4 of the season last year. It wasn't towards the end of the year where Clemson finally got, like, their claws into the dirt. I just laid out so much money in baseball bets tonight. Like, so much. Miami's schedule looking like this year? At Texas A&M week 3. Wow, it's a big game. North Carolina Tech. Yo, Miami's got a nice schedule. Other than that, week 3. Let me share my screen. Yeah, man, appreciate you guys too. I'll share my screen here. So, Miami's got, from their non-conference schedule, look at this in week 3. Texas A&M on the road too. And then they get Clemson on the road, but they dodge NC State. I think they would beat NC State. NC State's all about their linebackers and shutting down the run. That will work against 90% of the ACC, but Miami's going to come out throwing the ball. So if there's a team that's going to beat North Carolina State, it would either be Miami or, I guess, Clemson. I guess they're saying Clemson's going to be able to throw the ball this year, even though DJU looked like shit last year. Yeah, football's. I mean, honestly, I think obviously Saturday and Sunday during football season, you can't beat that. As a whole, I think like the January to February runs where college basketball's in conference play, the NBA is like right in the thick of it, and it's NFL playoffs. I think that is the most action you get. Regular season football is the best, but it's only 1 to 2 days a week. Well, like 2 to 3 days a week. But so it's not the same as when you're in January. You have like my TVs are loaded on a nightly basis in January, so I think January is probably the best. But during football season in the fall, Saturday and Sunday back to back, it's just insane. No worries, Stimmy. Pink eye on his third eye. Jimbo Fisher. And I mean, he's got a. Nick Saban is about to beat them by 40 points. Let's see. UFC man should be here any minute. Whew. Time to start putting some of these channels on so when the baseball games start, I'm ready to rock and roll. Toast, I'm looking at Chris Bassett pitch usage here. He completely changed his style up the last time he threw against the Marlins, it looks like. Used a lot more curveballs and changeups. I'm wondering if that was like a good thing or a bad. They didn't say the results. They just said he went from 28% fastballs to 18. For the fantasy league, I don't know. I did one last year. It's tough because I tweeted it out. Said who wants to join the fantasy league, and we had 16 people in. No, we ended up having 20. We had 20 people in like 8 minutes. So it's hard to like how do I narrow it down, because I have so many people that watch and so many people who are like loyal fans of the show and support and always like the tweets and all that. So like obviously I want to get everyone in there. I don't want to like exclude anybody. So on the basis of so many people wanting to do it, it'd be really tough to organize it. All right, he said taking a piss then coming on. So it is almost UFC time. Chris Bassett to record 8+ strikeouts at plus 230. I love these like stupid bet shows they have on SNY. Just have a dude that's like never placed a bet in his life, or like you have a journalism degree. You're not a professional gambler at all, and they just throw him in there to talk about bets. Like ridiculous. Yo, Toast, did you check out the parlays that I put on the VIP today? Yo, you there? Yep, I can. Hold on. Let me add you to the stream. The judge is officially here. Oh, no, that's me. Hold on. Okay, we're actually live right now, but we still have 2 minutes, so...
Cool.
All
right.
We're chilling.
Let me see if I can arrange this like this.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Is that good?
Yeah, your voice sounds clearer now.
All right, cool. Awesome.
All right, so we still have 2 minutes. How was the week going? Yo, rough Saturday last week, huh?
Dude, you have no idea. Like, well, you do because I messaged you. I'm not kidding. When I was like, I was genuinely depressed. I was on vacation too, and I was like, she's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Do you know?" Like, I was like, "Do you have a little bit of a clue?" I've never been wrong with anything in my whole life ever.
Yo, it was like every single fight, and then the last one, losing that one with an injury was just like it was almost like, yeah, you know what, that would happen after the 7 fights that just happened. That would happen.
Yeah, the only other thing that could have happened that would have made that worse is if Tom Aspinall died. Like if he just fucking died in the Octagon instead. Like, not only are you wrong, he also just died too.
And it's your fault.
And it's my fault. Dude, he tore his MCL.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, like he's like really fucked up now.
I didn't even know that. 6:29. 1 more minute. We'll give people a second, just in case they like had their alarm set on their phone or something.
I couldn't believe that shit, dude.
Yeah, it was a rough one, but I mean, it happens. And yo, I like MMA, in my opinion, and boxing are the hardest ones to do it because it's just
literally anything can happen. It really, and especially in mixed martial arts versus boxing too, is because there's so many methods of victory.
And it can end. I mean? It's like, yo, I'm trying to think of a comparison. It's like, imagine betting on a football game where a fumble means the game is over. It's like, holy shit! Like, it's like I predicted the game perfectly. I just didn't predict that fumble, or you know what I mean? Like that one. I think they, someone I was talking to someone who said they need to get rid of the fences or make the fighting area bigger, but I think that would encourage more staying away and running.
It would, and then that also, well, it's because that's one of the things that's so different too when guys fight at the apex versus an actual arena, because the size of the octagon is like there's like a 10-foot difference. I think it's or maybe it's I think it's a 5 or 10-foot difference, which makes a big difference when you're fighting a striker or a wrestler. I mean, if you're in a smaller octagon and you got a wrestler, you are so fucked. Like it favors them so much more because you can't get away from them. You know what I'm saying? Which, again, I'm still. Like, when Daniel Cormier lost to Stipe, like, I was really surprised because they were fighting in a smaller octagon. I'm like, oh, well, this is definitely...
That should have helped him, right?
Cormier. It should have helped him, and then fucking Stipe beat his ass, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, is there any truth, right before we get started, is there any truth to Daniel Cormier trying to come out and fight someone at light heavyweight, or is that bullshit?
There was he posted something. It was a weird rumor that he was talking about coming back and possibly fighting. I don't see it happening because I saw, I don't know if it was on Twitter or something like that. It was mentioned, but I was like, it didn't make any sense. First of all, they were saying it was gonna, like, he was talking about doing it this year. I was like, Daniel Cormier would literally need probably 7 months to lose all the weight. He's like 280 pounds right now. He's not making 205.
That's when it said light heavyweight, when I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was like, it'll take him a couple months to cut down to heavyweight at this point, because he's very, very, very big right now. But, yeah. I mean, dude, honest to God, if Daniel Cormier, like, actually really buckled down, and I said this in an old video, if he really buckled down and lost like a ton of body fat. The guy is like 5'10". He should be fighting at like 170.
Yeah.
Can I just say, can you imagine if he fought at 170 versus heavyweight, like what he would have did to people?
Dude, a takedown no one would ever get up.
Never. He wouldn't be able to. The guy would probably be the best ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know.
All right, so which fight do you want to start us off with today?
We are going to start at the bottom of the card. We're going to go with the early prelims. Okay? And let me see. And
Someone's name is Blood Diamond. Am I reading that right?
yeah, well, it's his real name's Mike, but he goes by Blood Diamond. His name's Michael.
Okay.
But yeah, Blood. That's the first fight. So Orion, Kosi, I think his name is, versus Mike Matho, which is Blood Diamond. So this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be interesting because Blood Diamond came into the UFC with a decent amount of hype, and I think it's all based off of the fact that he trains at City Kickboxing with Israel Adesanya, and Izzy was pushing him, like really pushing him. He doesn't have a ton of fights though. I think he's right now he's 4-1 or something like that, and his UFC debut he lost. You know, he lost his UFC debut, and he got finished. So basically, what happened was he came into the UFC, and this wasn't even that long ago. These two guys, Blood Diamond and Orion, they were supposed to fight already. Blood Diamond's first fight was supposed to be against Orion, but Orion got injured and fell out, and they replaced him with Jeremiah Wells. And Jeremiah Wells came in, and I'm pretty sure he finished him in the first round. So
Wells finished Blood Diamond, or the other way around?
Yes. Yeah, no, Wells finished Blood Diamond in the first round. He submitted him. So, and that was also Blood Diamond's first loss. So, came into the UFC debut, a lot of hype behind him. He was undefeated, but he only had like 3 fights or 4 fights or something like that. He came in, fought a guy, and the other guy came in on short notice, and the other guy ended up beating him, and he submitted him. Jeremiah Wells is really, really good, though. You know what I'm saying? But what that shows us is that Blood Diamond, he's coming from City Kickboxing. It's a kickboxing academy. He's being hyped up by Izzy. Izzy's a kickboxer. See what I'm saying? So what does that tell us? It tells us that he is probably susceptible to someone with good grappling. Orion is 7-1. The guy's very, very good at grappling. Now, he doesn't have, I don't think he has a ton of submissions on his record, but he has a bunch of TKOs. His grappling's really good. His takedowns are really good. Now, Orion, both guys are coming off a loss right now. Orion lost his last fight, too. He was 7-0, and now he's 7-1. The guy, it's his 3rd fight in the UFC, so he's got more UFC experience. He's got more fights overall. And I believe there's a little bit of an age difference, too. I think Blood Diamond's like 35 years old. So, and I'm pretty sure Orion is like in his mid-20s. So you got to take that into consideration, too. Now, in Orion's last fight, he was doing very, very well, and I think he was fought Philip Rowe. Philip Rowe, very, very big welterweight, 170 pounds, and the guy's like 6'3". Big reach advantage. I think he had a 9-inch reach advantage, very long. And Orion beat his ass in round 1, all because of the grappling. Round 2 comes along. Philip Rowe starts to get his feet under him a little bit, starts to be able to defend the takedown, lands a nut shot. Once that nut shot happened, the tides kind of started to turn a little bit for Philip Rowe. And Philip Rowe ended up, and dude, going into that round, Orion was minus 575.
Holy shit.
Going into the second round, and Philip Rowe ended up finishing him. So
Orion or Orion or whatever his name is took the nut shot and it broke his momentum.
Yes.
So you're saying he should have won, basically, in a sense.
I think if he didn't get clipped in the nuts, I think that he would have continued to grapple and he would have ended up beating Philip Rowe. Again, he wasn't doing a ton of damage, but he was winning the fight. He clearly had control and he was doing really good. And obviously the odds said it. It was minus. I just watched the fight not that long ago. Minus 575 in round 2. I mean, that says that he was clearly dominating the first round and ended up getting finished, which someone won a lot of money on that fight if they were betting on the live. So both guys coming in off a loss. I'm pretty sure that the odds right now, you got them up. All right, so they've already they've already increased. So last I checked, Orion was minus 189 on the money line, and to finish, I had him at plus 110. Orion, 7 fights, 100% finish rate. He's finished everybody that he's beaten. So, what does that tell you? Mike
Tells me ride with it.
It tells me that he's probably going to end up finishing Blood Diamond, especially considering that Orion is better at grappling. The guy Mike is not as big as Philip Rowe. He's not as tall. Orion was able to dominate a longer guy who was taller, who has more range and everything like that. He's got more reach. I have to go with Orion at now it's minus 215. I had it at minus 189. I'm taking him on the money line, but I'm also going to take him to finish. I think that he could finish Blood Diamond. He's susceptible to submissions. He's not good at defending the takedown. I think it's going to be Orion.
Cool. So we got Orion money line and Orion to finish.
Yeah, by finish, I had him at plus 110. I mean, if it changed this much to minus 215 on the money line, the finish rate maybe have changed as well.
I wonder if it's Orion. Isn't that how you spell Orion's belt? Actually, I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
Orion. It probably is Orion, and I'm just an idiot.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to spell Orion, like Orion spelled, and I think it might be that.
I think that's it, and I think, yeah, you're probably right. So, but yeah, Orion is definitely going to take this one, dude. And I think he's going to finish him, too. I think Blood Diamond, and that's the other thing, Blood Diamond is older, man. He's like 35, 36 years old. He's going against a guy in his mid-20s.
I don't know how the hell
better grappling.
There's a fighter named Blood Diamond, and I've never heard about him, and he's 35. I feel like that's something I would have registered.
Just random older dude from Australia. So
nice. All right, one fight down. Where are we going next?
All right. So next, oh Jesus Christ, these names. Oh, Nikolai Negumereanu. It's a light heavyweight fight. It's the fight right after.
I see it.
Fight. And then the other one. I have no idea.
Potiera.
Potiera. Let's go with Potiera, right? We'll use that name. Okay, so last I saw the odds, and they look like, what do you got? Minus 120 for Nick?
Yes.
I'm going to call him Nick. Minus 125 for Nick, and then I had plus 100 for the other guy.
Yep, that's correct.
Ihor, whatever. Okay. Now, looking at this, I'm a little confused as to why the guy Nick is the favorite. I'm a little confused. In his last fight, he fought a guy named Kennedy something. Kennedy, I think, probably could have won the fight. It was really close. It was a split decision victory, and I think the only reason why Nick won was his pressure and his takedowns, because he was taking some serious punches to the face over and over and over again. And we're all 3 rounds, ended up winning a split decision. It was close. He's on a 3-fight win streak. The other guy, Potiera, he's on a 7-fight win streak. He's got a little more experience. He's 19-2. He's got 9 knockouts, 7 subs, and 4 decisions. Nick has 7 knockouts, 3 submissions, and 2 decisions. The guy Nick is very tough, but I have to go with the guy Potiera on here. I'm going to take him on the money line at plus 100. It's going to be tough for a finish. So I'm only going to take him on the money line at plus 100 to double my money. I don't trust the finish because that guy can take a fucking beating, man. The guy Nick,
really?
Nick, he can take a dude. His last fight, he got hit in the face so many times. I don't know how he didn't get knocked out.
It's cool. Yeah, plus 100 is still a nice payout.
It's not bad. Yeah, you double your money, and that's what I mean. I'm actually kind of confused as to why he's the underdog. You know what I mean? More experience, way more finishes, 7-fight win streak. I don't know if it's something that they know that I don't, but yeah, I gotta go with this. And that's the other thing. And the guy Potiera, his UFC debut, he finished the opponent in his last fight. And he's like, you know what I mean? Like, he finished his last opponent. He's got my money, dude. It's plus 100. That's got to be my guy.
Sounds good to me. I'll ride with it.
Okay.
Moving on right along to the next one.
Alrighty, let's see. I love this girl. A lot of people aren't high on her. I like her. Next fight, Jocelyn Edwards, dude, versus Ji-Yeon Kim. Now, Edwards, last I saw, was going at a minus 120. And
minus 125 now, so pretty much the same.
And what's Kim? Minus 105 is what I had last.
I'll tell you in 1 second. Oh, I didn't get it. So it is my plus 105 now.
Now it's plus 105. Okay. And honestly, rightfully so. It really is rightfully so here. Jocelyn Edwards, man, 11-4, 5 knockouts, 3 subs, 3 decisions. Kim, 2 knockouts, 3 subs, 4 decisions. You got to mention, there's a 6-year age difference. 6 years. It's a decent amount. You know what I'm saying? The only time that Jocelyn Edwards has ever been finished, she was submitted once, and she only lost 3 decisions. And those decisions were her last couple losses. And what we noticed was a little bit of a kryptonite for Jocelyn Edwards was the grappling. Defending the takedown, seems to get taken down, and didn't really know what to do. Actually, one of the women that beat her was one of the girls that I called was going to get armbarred and lost and got her arm broken a couple weeks ago. Remember that?
No, I don't. Oh, yeah, when you called the armbar. Yeah, yep. That was dope.
So that girl who lost by the armbar, she is the one. She is the last person that beat Jocelyn Edwards, and it was strictly just grappling and control. You know what I mean? Not really a lot of damage or anything like that, but she was getting controlled on the ground. Jocelyn Edwards' last fight, she moved up to 145 pounds. She fought as a featherweight, and she fought a very, very, very thick Asian chick, and it was a good fight. Jocelyn Edwards ended up winning. It was good. I liked what I saw, and in the main thing of this, Kim, Ji Yun Kim, or whatever her name is, she normally fights at 125, and now the both of them are meeting at 135. So they're going to fight at bantamweight. So you got a smaller girl moving up, and you got a bigger girl coming.
Oh, I like that. I like Edwards
so,
then.
You got to go with Edwards, dude. She's a bigger chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go with Edwards. Last I saw, she was minus 125. I got to take her on the money line. I don't see a finish here. I really don't. Edwards is just, dude, she's bigger. She's just bigger. She trains at King's MMA. So her coach, I think she trains at King's MMA. I'm pretty sure.
Does that matter? Wait, does that matter if someone's saying Edwards missed weight? Does that matter?
Did she miss weight? I didn't watch the weigh-ins yet.
That's what someone said in the comments. I don't know if it's true.
Okay, so if she missed weight, are they still gonna fight?
I don't know. Jocelyn Edwards. I'll Google it now. No, nothing here under news. I'm not seeing it here. Missed weight.
So I also saw news that Pena almost missed weight too. So that's gonna play into what I'm.
Jocelyn Edwards missed weight by 1.5 pounds.
Is the fight
but the bout will go on.
Okay, so that gives an even bigger edge to Jocelyn Edwards now.
Well, hold on. Does missing weight, the fight coming in was
she gets penalized, so
she's forfeiting some of her money. Now,
30%.
Do you think when someone misses weight, that's due to them being out of shape or irresponsible, or do you think they're just going to be bigger and beat the hell out of them?
See, for a while there was a long running streak of fighters missing weight, and every time they would a fighter was missing weight, and then the fight would still happen, the fighter who missed weight would win. That was happening for a while. I think it's statistics have shown that the fighters that are missing weight, usually that fighter who's coming in who missed weight usually ends up winning.
Well, that's good for us. Because
exactly.
Orion also missed weight.
Are you serious?
By 1.5 pounds, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, what happened?
So both of our picks missed weight. No, it's good. If the person who missed weight usually wins.
It's good for us. It's good
yeah,
for us.
I'll take it.
You're bigger, maybe you're less depleted. And that's the other thing, too, that plays into this is, did they miss weight on, I don't want to say on purpose, but did they stop cutting weight knowing, like, all right, we're not going to make the weight. Let's not kill ourselves. Let's lose 30% of the purse so we can go in fully recovered and rehydrated, and then we can still win. Because, again, you'd rather go in and fight and not be completely depleted and die, still miss weight, and lose 30% of your purse, than to just be like, you know what? Let's stop the cut. We'll miss weight, lose 30% of the purse. We'll go in, we'll win. Because remember, it's a win and a show every time. It's always a win and a show. So if you're winning the fight, you're winning double the money regardless. So if you're forfeiting 30%, it's worth it at that point. it's not good for your fucking reputation, obviously, if you miss weight.
Right.
Again, doesn't matter.
That's why I couldn't believe Charles Oliveira won Fight of the Year after missing weight in a pay-per-view. It's like, what the hell is this?
That whole thing, dude, that's such a weird scenario because there was so many things that came out saying that someone fucked with the scale and everything like that, and really missed weight. Yeah, that's a whole big fucking scandal now.
You know what though? That happens in boxing too. Whenever there's any little bit of like inconsistency, there's just conspiracies going everywhere of like what possibly could have happened.
Yeah,
boxing does the same thing.
Yeah, there's so much shit, and they were saying the reason why is because there's so many fighters from different areas, so a lot of guys were coming in and they were changing the scale from pounds to kilograms, and then like by doing that and them constantly doing that, it fucked up the calibration, and then that's what messed up the scale in the back. And Charles Oliveira didn't, because apparently the day before, supposedly he said he was on weight, and he was like totally fine, and that's why when he stepped on the scale, and then he was like, wait, what? I missed weight? Like, he was, like, so confused.
Stimmy says, this fight definitely sounds like a fight I should put my ladies check on.
Well, this is one thing I will say, dude. Jocelyn Edwards, her striking is already good. She trains at Kirms MMA under Rafael Cordero, one of the best striking coaches in the fucking world. This guy actually works with Mike Tyson right now. Her striking is going to be on point. And from her last fight, she definitely got a better hold on her grappling. She only got taken down one time, and I think the girl tried to take her down like 15 times. So it was definitely it was a good fight. If I could actually even pull up the statistics here of that fight. Let me see here. So she went, the girl she fought in her last fight went 1 for 11 on takedowns, which is very good because Jocelyn Edwards has had trouble defending takedowns. So if she's improving on her takedown defense, she's going to stand much better against this girl. Jocelyn Edwards on the money line, minus 125. That's got my money. If you want, I don't think she's going to finish her. I don't know what the decision is. What is decision going off at for Edwards?
Edwards by decision, plus 130. It's not even that much different from her money line.
Not worth it. Go with the money line, minus 125. Okay, next fight.
Up.
Okay.
Are we still on prelims, or are we moving to the main card?
I believe we are still on the prelims. Let me pull the card back up here.
We still, I don't know when the main card starts.
Main card starts at 10 p.m.
10
So
p.m.
early prelims start at 6, regular prelims start at 8. So, all right, so this fight, I'm just going to mention it and talk about it.
Yeah, you don't have to go through every single one. Just pick whatever one's
so this one I'm gonna mention this one. This is not advice. It's a possibility.
Okay.
Michael Morales versus Adam Fugitt. I think that's how you say his name. Michael Morales is 13-0. Adam Fugitt's 8-2. Morales' last fight, he fought Trevin Giles, another very talented guy. He's 13-0. A lot of people, they see the O, they think, oh my God, this guy's going to win. And if you look at the odds of this, you think like, oh my God, this guy murders everybody. He was in trouble in his last fight against Trevin Giles. Like, he almost lost. And this guy, Adam, he's 8-2. I think this is his UFC debut. Plus 450 against the guy. And Adam's got a good finish rate, too. Plus 450, dude. It might be worth throwing like a few dollars on it. I'm just saying. I'm going to throw like $5 on that. You know what I mean? Just to cover my ass. Because there's a possibility for that guy to win. I don't know why the odds are that skewed. So, plus 450 on the money line, it's worth, like, just throw $5 on it. Why not?
I said, just a few dollars.
Just a few dollars. That's it. So, I'm just saying. Because the guy, Michael Morales, he's good. But the guy Adam is also really good too, and I'm pretty sure this is his UFC debut, which a lot of times that factors into these odds. They think, oh, he's never fought in the UFC, we don't know what he's going to do. Michael Morales has a couple fights in UFC, it's possible, but he was in trouble in his last fight against Trevin Giles. You know, I don't see this being that dominant of a victory. But the next fight, this one's going to be good. This goes on to the regular prelims. All right, so this one we got Drew Dober versus Rafael Alves. Drew Dober is my pick.
Yep, I see it. Okay, Drew Dober.
Drew Dober's my pick, plain and simple. I had him at minus 182. It's probably went up a little bit since then.
No, it's at minus 170 now, so you get better
Even
price.
Even better. Drew Dober's my pick. I'm taking him on the money line to win, but I would even take him to finish. I had him at plus 140. I bet on Fox Bet. I don't know. A lot of people use DraftKings. I had him at plus 140 to finish. I think Drew Dober is going to win, and I think that he can finish this guy as well. Between both guys, you got an insane amount of experience between both dudes. I mean, how many friggin' fights have both these guys even had? I mean, we got Drew Dober's 24-11, and Alves is 20-10. So between the two of them, you got, what is that, over 60 fights between both guys? That's a lot of experience between both dudes. Dober, his last couple losses are against some of the best guys in the division, one of which is about to fight for the belt. So his last loss against Brad Riddell, that was a war. It was fight of the night. It was awesome. Brad Riddell was just one step ahead of him. It was a back and forth fight. It was pretty close in my opinion. Drew just took a lot more damage than Brad Riddell. Before that, Dober lost to Islam Makhachev. Everybody loses to Islam Makhachev, so that really doesn't say much. But before that, Dober was fucking everybody up. He's a mean dude. He comes out with a ton of pressure. I don't know why he's fighting, because he's one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen in my life. The guy's got a fucking... it doesn't make sense. I'm like, why are you not just modeling? The guy is literally the Crimson Chin. He's got the biggest jaw I've ever seen. The dude is so good at fighting. Dude, his pressure, he just goes after people constantly. His last win, he knocked out Terrence McKinney, who has right now, I think, the fastest knockout in UFC lightweight history. So this dude is good, man. He's very, very good. Drew Dober's got my money. Minus 170 on the money line. I'm even going to put more money on him to actually finish. Alves, I'm pretty sure, lost his last fight. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with the pressure from Drew Dober.
It looks like this guy, Aaron, is on the similar page with you with the finish. He likes it under 2.5 rounds in this fight.
So it's 3-round fight, minus 135. I agree with that. Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Drew Dober can get it done, man. He could definitely finish this fight. And that's the thing. He goes for the finish no matter what. Like, he's constantly moving forward. There's so much pressure from him. That's why the fight with him and Brad Riddell was so good, because the both of them do that. And they beat the living shit out of each other. It was amazing. Okay, so moving on. This one... All right, so this one's interesting. Matt Semelsberger versus Alex Morono, or Morono, however you want to say it. Last I saw, minus 162 for Matt and plus 125 for Alex. I don't know.
Matt is minus 155 now, so Matt has gotten a little cheaper.
Okay, which is good because he's my pick.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my pick, and this is weird. I'm a little biased here because I just don't like Alex. I really just don't like him because he fucked me so bad. Like 3 years ago, I think it was in 2020 when he fought Anthony Pettis. He had the fight won. And Anthony Pettis is someone who I always bet against because I always win. Always. Except that goddamn fight. He messed it up, and I'm so mad. That was Anthony Pettis' last fight in the UFC. So, and it was at 170, which is not really Anthony Pettis' weight class. He was always a 155er. Alex should have beat him, and he didn't, and that drove me crazy. And ever since then, I'm like, fuck this guy. I'm going to bet against him every single time. And since then, he's won his last 3 fights, of course. So, Alex is really good, though. He is good. He's got a ton of experience. He's had 6... So think of it this way. This is going to be his 16th fight in the UFC. All right? 16th fight in the UFC. He's had more fights in the UFC than Matt has had in his entire career in general. That's a lot of experience in the UFC. But Semelsberger, his last fight, he beat AJ Fletcher. That dude is a freak of nature, okay? He out-grappled him. He put pressure on him. It was a war. It was back and forth. I don't think that Alex is going to be able to physically keep up with Semelsberger. Now, Alex Morono has a black belt in BJJ. So hopefully Semelsberger doesn't go to the ground with him. I'm hoping that doesn't happen and it stays on the feet. I also think that Semelsberger is a little bit bigger. I think that physically he's just a better athlete, and I think he gets it done. So I'm going to
How are we betting this?
I'm definitely taking the money line at minus 155.
Minus 155 isn't terrible. You can.
No, it's not. It's not bad. I'm gonna take him at the money line at minus 155. See, he likes Funny Bookman 2 likes him by KO. What is it at KO?
KO is
So,
plus
240.
He's
He's not gonna submit him. What is it?
plus 240.
It's possible, dude. It's very possible. It's very possible. I wouldn't take it by finish because I don't think he's gonna be. He's definitely not gonna be able to submit Alex, but he definitely could finish him, dude. He could definitely knock him out.
Looks like this guy likes the knockout too. So a couple people on the knockout.
And it's plus 240.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to just play the money line and be safe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm going to take the money line to be safe because Alex has looked pretty good in his last couple fights. He really has. As much as I don't like him, he's looked pretty good. So I'm going to go with Semelsberger at
Look at Stimmy. I've caught Semelsberger before. Very itchy and hard to get rid of.
Yeah, after a long night out, we always catch a little bit of Semelsberger.
Oh, here comes Aaron again, saying the reach is a pro. Where is it?
Yeah, it's. I think he's gonna be, like I said, on the feet. He's gonna be able to get it done on the feet, dude. If it goes to the ground, Semelsberger might be in a little bit of trouble. You know what I mean? He really might. Again, he'll be in trouble if Alex takes him down. If Semelsberger goes into Alex's guard, I don't think there's gonna be much of a problem. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem. But again, it's very possible for him to finish, but I'm playing it safe. I'm going minus 155.
I'm gonna ride the money line too.
Yeah. All right, so this one, everybody's going to disagree with me.
Those are the best ones. Those are the best ones. Which fight are we on?
Anthony Smith versus Magomed Ankalaev. This is probably the biggest odds difference in the entire card, more than the Michael Morales one. So
minus 560 and plus 5. What? What are you betting in this?
Oh, it's minus 560, so it went down.
What was it at?
It was minus 667.
Oh, that means that's if you're betting the underdog, that's good.
Well, Smith was plus 400 when I checked, and now he's plus 430.
Okay.
I'm taking Anthony Smith on this.
What?
And there's a couple of reasons why. So, all right, Magomed Ankalaev, he is one loss. That's it. One loss. It was in 2018, I'm pretty sure, and it was against Paul Craig. He got submitted by Paul Craig. That's his only loss in his record out of everybody. Paul Craig just lost last week, and he fucked me. He should have won. He had the submission in round 1, and he screwed me. See, now, he wants to take Ankalaev by decision. Honestly, that is probably the safest bet because that is possibly what's going to happen. But hear me out. Anthony Smith said something which is very, very true. He said Magomed Ankalaev has had, whatever it was, 15 mixed martial arts matches. He's had 0 fights. Anthony Smith has over 50 fights. That's a lot of fights, dude. And I think he's my age. I think he's like 32. He's had a ton of fights. His last 3 fights, Anthony Smith has looked awesome. He's had great wins. He just beat Jimmy Crute, which I was there. I saw that one live. I think he beat Ryan Spann, and I think he finished him by submission. He beat Jimmy Crute by knockout. He beat Ryan Spann by submission, and I think he beat another guy by submission. He has looked really, really good. Anthony Smith looked really good against John Jones, in my opinion. A lot of people are counting him out. I am not. I am putting money on Anthony Smith. I think he can win this fight. I really do. If Anthony Smith can get Magomed down, Magomed's going to get finished. That's what I think. Smith's grappling is really, really good. Magomed got submitted by Paul Craig. I got to go with Smith on this. I can't say no to a guy with almost, I think he's closing in possibly on 55 MMA fights. And a majority of his wins are by finish.
At a plus 430 price tag too,
that's what I'm saying. I can't pass that up. That's too good to pass up with a guy who's as good as Anthony Smith. Magomed Ankalaev is very, very good, and obviously, as we see with the odds, most people think he's going to win. There you go. See? Anthony Smith, profitable underdog. Luckily, I had those sub props. I am going with Smith at plus 430 on the money line. Last I checked on Fox Bet, by finish is plus 700. I cannot pass that up because it's very possible that could happen. I'm taking Smith on the money line at plus 430. I'm also going to throw $5 on him to finish at plus 700. I can't pass.
It's at plus 750 now.
There you go. There you go.
Holy shit.
A lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but I can't, with a guy that good, I can't pass that up. And Smith has looked really good in his last 3 fights. And he looks, physically, he looks fantastic. Okay, so, the next one. Paul Craig's performance, it was awful. Don't even remind me, please. I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. He had the fight won in the first round. He fucked it up. And then the rest of the fight, he just kept pulling guard. It was painful. Against Volkan Ozdemir, who doesn't even know how to grapple. It doesn't make sense. All right. Alexander Pantoja versus Alex Perez, dude. This is going to be an awesome fight. Alexander Pantoja is friggin' awesome, dude. He's so fun to watch. And this is 125. It's flyweights. This guy has a win over both guys that are fighting in the co-main event for the flyweight belt. He's got a win over both guys. What does that tell you? This dude is really good. He's got a win over Brandon Moreno, and he's got a win over Kai Kara-France already. I don't think he finished either one of them. He won the decision, but the guy is really good. Alexander Pantoja, last I saw, there we go, minus 190. I think he's going to take the victory. And honestly, I think that he could win by finish. I think he can win by finish. I think that he could actually submit Alex Perez, and here's why. Alexander Pantoja's last submission victory was against Brandon Royval. That dude's an unbelievable grappler, and Pantoja was able to finish him. So, by finish is plus 180?
Yep.
I'm taking Pantoja plus 180. Alex Perez, dude has not fought since 2020, and I think he lost in the first round against Davidson Figueiredo. He got guillotined in the first round, and that was for the belt. Davidson Figueiredo took 0 damage to the point where he actually fought 3 weeks later, defended his belt 3 weeks later against Brandon Moreno. And that was the first fight between Brandon Moreno and Davidson Figueiredo, which ended in a draw. Now, Alex Perez hasn't fought since 2020. He's had a ton of fights that were canceled and has had problems making weight. Pantoja, that is the pick. I don't see him losing this fight. Alex Perez is good, but he ain't that good.
It seems everyone in the comments, everyone is in agreement on this one.
Pantoja, that's the pick, dude. Minus 190. You know, it ain't that bad. It's good, but I think that Pantoja can finish him. I really do. Perez can definitely get finished. So take him by finish, plus 180. If you want to throw it on the money line as well, minus 190 is good for me too. But I'm taking Pantoja by finish.
Dope. I'm with it. All right.
Alrighty.
Cruising along.
Here we go. All right. So the Black Beast, Derek Lewis versus Sergey Pavlovich. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun fight because it's probably not getting out of the first round, most likely. Derek Lewis, last I saw, plus 115. He's the underdog. Sergey Pavlovich was minus 149 last I saw. By finish, Sergey is plus 120. 12 knockouts. He's only got 1 loss in his record, which is by knockout. He lost to Alistair Overeem years ago. Derek Lewis's last fight against Tai Tuivasa took a mean elbow to the face and got flatlined. He was completely out. So it wasn't a TKO. He was gone. And I think that's one of the first times we've ever seen Derek Lewis be completely knocked out. That's never a good thing when you start getting knocked out like that. It's not good. You don't know what Derek Lewis is going to be able to handle compared to the way he used to be after taking that kind of damage. I have to go with Sergey on this one. I know he's the favorite. I'm going to take him by finish. The guy is just as big as Derek Lewis, I think, in height. They both weigh in at the top of the weight division in the 260s. Lewis obviously has a lot more experience when it comes to MMA fights. He's 26-9. Sergey, I think, is like 15-1. His only loss was against Alistair Overeem, an unbelievable kickboxer. The only thing is with Sergey, he had a lot of time off He didn't fight for like 3 years, and then he just fought in March. And he won. He won by knockout in the first round, and he looked really, really good. I got to take Sergey on this one. Sergey by finish. He's minus 110 now.
By finish, yes.
By finish? Yeah, see, that sucks. If he's going to finish, it's going to be... What is he by knockout?
By knockout only is minus 105. That means the books really think that he's going to knock someone out.
Yeah, because he's probably going to, dude. He's probably going to finish him. Honestly, I would take Sergey by knockout. If you want to play it safe and go by finish, I could say it's possible. Derek Lewis changed camps, having fun again, as fit and healthy as ever. Yeah, from what he said, that is true, and he said he was taking it more seriously and everything like that, that's all true. But like I said, after getting knocked out the way he did against Tai, we don't know what he's gonna be like. And this dude Sergey hurts people bad, dude. When he hits, and he's very technical with the striking, and he's also on top of that, he's got a combat sambo background, so he's also good at wrestling. D. Lewis not losing in Texas again. I can't take Lewis on this one. I gotta go Pavlik.
He murdered someone.
It was Russian. He probably did.
All
right.
right.
I gotta go with Sergey on that one. But let's move on to the co-main event. Brandon Moreno versus Kai Kara-France.
Oh, I love Moreno.
Moreno is, dude, he's so good, dude. He's so good, man. And Kai is good too. Brandon Moreno's got a win over Kai already. It was a decision victory. Kai won the first round, and it ended up going, obviously, all 3 rounds. And Brandon Moreno ended up coming back in the second round, looked amazing, and then looked even better in the third. Kai Kara-France, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have 5-round experience. That is going to play into this. Brandon Moreno has fought Deiveson Figueiredo 1, 2, 3 times now. Deiveson Figueiredo finishes pretty much everybody that he fights. Knockout or submission. Brandon Moreno hasn't been finished by him. I don't think anyone hits as hard as Deiveson in that division. I don't think Kai has a lot of knockouts. He's got 12 knockouts. I think his only path to victory is by knockout. I don't think he's knocking out Brandon. If this goes to the ground, Moreno's going to submit him and win. I have to go with Brandon Moreno. What is he by finish on your end? Last I had was plus 250.
I'll tell you right now, Moreno by finish plus 200.
Plus 200 by finish.
Beautiful.
I don't think Kai is going to be able to go all 5 rounds. I think he's going to get too tired. He throws such heavy power shots, and Moreno can take a beating, but he also is very elusive. If Kai keeps missing, he's going to get tired. The longer the fight goes, the more it's going to favor Brandon Moreno. He's got 25 minutes to beat this guy. He's going to finish him. Brandon Moreno is going to take the victory.
That's crazy that this fight is 5 rounds.
Well, remember, now this fight...
Because it's the co-main event, right?
It's the co-main event, but it's for a belt. It's for the flyweight belt.
Oh, it's for... Oh, okay. Right, because Figueiredo's done now. Moreno beat him again.
No. Deiveson Figueiredo won the last fight. He won the last fight.
Yeah, he did win. That's right. I bet on him. So what the hell's going on here?
So
I'm sorry. I don't follow. I'm sorry to the... I know everyone probably knows this except me here.
Well, see, this is the thing that's really weird. And again, I like the way Davidson's fun because he finishes a lot of people. I think that he's just a shitty person. Anyone that screams racism over literally nothing, to me, is a fucking idiot. And that's what Deiveson Figueiredo is doing. Kai and his wrestling looked good in his last fight. Eugene have a good plan. I agree. They're going to have a good plan. I just don't think it's going to be better than James Krause's plan, which James Krause is Brandon Moreno's new coach. So,
all right. So Moreno
Moreno by finish plus 200. That's my pick. Deiveson Figueiredo is just coming up with excuse to not fight Moreno again. And you know how Dana White is with that shit. He's like, all right, listen, like if you're not gonna fight, then go fuck yourself. We're just gonna make an interim belt, and then when you want to fight, you want to fight. So, and it was weird too, because he was like, at first it was Brandon Moreno's racist. I don't want to fight him. Then it was I want more money, and then it was I'm injured. Literally, those 3 excuses in that order as to why he didn't want to fight.
What's his contract situation? Is he like on the tail end of his UFC contract?
I don't know if he's on the tail end, but he is still under contract. And then it was weird. He like made a weird threat to the UFC, basically saying like if you don't pay me more to fight and defend my belt, I'm gonna move up a weight class.
What?
Okay, so let me get something straight. You want more money, so the answer to that is I'm gonna vacate my belt.
Yeah, I don't know how that threatens the UFC, but
I'm gonna vacate my belt, which every time I defend my belt, I get pay-per-view points, and I get a guaranteed check instead of a win in a show, to move up a weight class and fight bigger, harder guys, to go back to just a win in a show and not get pay-per-view points. How does that make any sense whatsoever if you want more money? It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't. I think
doesn't.
Davidson's scared to fight Moreno again. Another reason why I think Moreno's going to win this fight against Kai Kara-France. But that was my pick.
Sounds good.
Then the main event, Amanda Nunez versus Julianna Pena. Now,
this is the chick that just beat her, right?
Yes. Pena just beat Amanda Nunez, I want to say like 4 or 5 months ago.
I cashed on this at plus 700. It's like my claim to fame.
For Pena?
Yeah, me and Dina were watching it, and Dina was like, it wasn't one of her picks, but right before the fight, she was like, yo, I really think this chick has a chance. Let's just put a few dollars on her. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm in. It was awesome. And then we hit.
Yeah, dude, you know what? Pena being plus 220 in this fight, after what she did last time, is actually kind of surprising. I didn't think she would be the favorite, but I thought it would be a little bit closer. Nunez, I think Nunez is going to win, dude. I think Nunez did not look physically good before that last fight. She looked kind of fat. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't really look like she was in
She looked like she had a few extra pounds on her that she doesn't normally have, yeah.
Yeah, and she was looking past Julianna Pena, which I don't blame her, because there was no reason to think that Pena could beat her, in my opinion. There was no reason. Pena was on a 1-fight win streak. And it was, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, why would she win? You know? She looked past her. Nunez physically looks really good right now. She looks very good. She's got abs and shit. Like, she looks good. She looks like she's in shape. She's ready to fight. I think she's got her head on straight. Supposedly, there's no injuries, no nothing. I got to take Amanda Nunez, and I'm going to take her. I'm going to take her by finish. I saw it at minus 110.
Cool.
So I gotta take Nunez. And again, she's got 5 minutes to do it. I think that I don't think Amanda Nunez is gonna make the same mistake as last time. She's not gonna be that stupid to stand in the pocket and trade like that. No, not gonna happen. She's gonna fight much smarter this time. She knows how dangerous Pena is. I think that it's gonna be a war, and I think it's gonna end in a finish. So, if you want to put money on Pena, man, should have took Nunez 230 back up. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, she's more focused this time, dude. She wasn't focused last time. She's got this.
Apparently, she was hurt. I don't.
Yeah, supposedly she had it. Again, she says this after the fight. You know what I mean? Which we don't know if that's an excuse or not. But apparently, she had a knee injury going in. Her fight, she was phenomenal. Now she's questionable. You talking about Jose Aldo, bro? Have you seen Jose Aldo in his last 4 fights? He's kind of looked amazing. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that she's questionable this time. I think that Nunez gets the victory here. I really do. I don't think she's not looking past her this time. She's actually concentrated. She's got her own gym now. You know what I mean? She's got her own gym, more focused. She's not an American top team anymore. She's got people that are just going to focus directly on her versus being in the biggest gym, I think, in all of mixed martial arts. American top team, I think they have the most people there. More focus on her. I think she takes the victory. I think she wins by finish. She's got 25 minutes to do it.
Sounds good. Amanda Nunez by finish.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's it. We went through them all.
Moreno by submission for Donovan.
Yeah, by sub.
Moreno,
he did say that.
Yeah, by sub.
So as always, tomorrow around... These fights are a normal time, right? Like 7 p.m. start?
Yes, 6 p.m. starts the early prelims.
So I'll probably be posting his... He'll have It'll be a VIP ticket. It'll tell you how much to bet on each one. Also, it'll have like his favorite couple bets and a parlay or two in there. I usually throw my own parlay in too as well, so you'll see my parlay too. So all that be posted right on the app. Make sure you follow him on Twitter and check out his channel. It's in the description of this.
Yeah, I'll be posting on Twitter this time. I was on vacation last week, so I wasn't able to post. I was watching on my phone while I was at an amusement park. So imagine how happy I was when
you're losing.
Dude, I'm online. I'm like, mother. I'm like stomping on the ground. My girlfriend's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Paul Craig just keeps laying on the ground." She's like, "What?"
We took a beating last Saturday, but tomorrow's the redemption. So yes, yeah, his Twitter's right there under his face, MMA Court. And in the description, if you want to check out his channel, he does deep dives into stuff. Like, we're just doing quick picks. He goes really deep into breaking down the fights, each round by round, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you check it all out. As always, thanks for viewing. Everyone have a lovely Friday night, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Later, guys.
And we're clear.